Hey, it's Ricky from All Sorts of Words. God, I missed you. This is going to be my last... Let me put my mic down. I'm such a loser. This is going to be my last unboxing video for a year. A whole year. If you've been watching my videos recently about what this next year is going to entail, yeah, there's going to be no spending, so I can save up for those big, sexy grails. I realized rewatching and editing my videos, because you have to rewatch and edit your videos, that I never really explained why this next year is such a penultimate moment for me. So obviously I'm doing this experiment on this channel of, can I save up for a year? Can I buy my big sexy key? Well, the year is specific because the next year after that, my wife and I are going to be saving up all of our side money so that we can buy our dream home. So for this next year, there's going to be no unboxings. And then the year after that, there's going to be no unboxings because every single dollar is going to be going into the home. So there's no real, like, I don't know, there's not going to be unboxing content, which is terrifying for me because I know as a viewer, I watch unboxing content all the time. I love it. I love the personalities. I love seeing how people's collections are growing, stuff like that. But that's not going to be here. And the last time I mentioned that, like, hey, if all you're here for is unboxings, boy, you're going to have a rough time with old Ricky here because, you know, the next year is not going to have any. And I literally lost 2 subscribers right after that video went up. But what gives me a lot of hope is the last video I did, which had a little bit more, I don't want to say like production value, but it had a little bit more of me in terms of how I like to do filmmaking. I'm doing a lot of air quotes. I hope I don't fly away. I do wish I could fly away. I'll be doing more videos like that. I have so many planned. I have a Christmas in July video that's going to be coming out very soon, which Christmas in July and Evil Dead. I bet nobody thought about that combination of peanut butter and chocolate, but your boy did, and that video is coming. I have a video that talks about purple labels and involves pirates, in case anyone didn't catch on from all my other stuff about how much I love anime and One Piece. It's not going to be a One Piece themed video, don't worry. I'm not that cringy, though I will be doing a pirate and nautical themed video talking about purple labels and green labels and stuff. I have so many ideas, and from the response of the last video and all the different creators coming out and saying, hey, I like what you did here, this was really cool, I'm more thrilled than I was before. I think YouTube might have hit peak levels of Dumpy Nerd in front of camera talks about, you know, like, oh man, look at what I bought today. I think that might be coming to an end, and people are moving towards more either high-end and historical content or just something with a little bit more flavor and fun. And I'm so excited to be flavorful and fun here and just make some cool little movies, some AVGN style comic book content. I think the internet's been creating that for a while now, but if those are shoes that I can fill, boy, I hope they fit. That leads me to my last point before we get to this nonsensical unboxing. This is just me expressing to you. I'm just talking therapeutic psychiatry. I've been working on, as in like planning and outlining how I'm going to talk about Crossed on this channel, and it makes me really nervous. I'm very nervous about talking about that. So if anybody doesn't know, I work at a university. That's my main full-time job. My part-time job, and what really funds all of this comic book hobby stuff, is that I'm also a teacher at a college. I'm a college professor, and I talk like this to everybody. The tone that you're hearing, the language that I use, my personality, it's pervasive. And so I have a real world fear of someone in that sector of my life seeing me here and using that as leverage to either get upset or demand things of me. I don't know. Am I crazy? I don't feel crazy, but I feel crazy. Like, if I show some of the crossed covers in my collection and I talk about this really sensitive, super adult comic series, is it possible for someone to be like, hey, I want to talk to the president of the university because this guy is talking about some gross stuff online? So I've come to the conclusion that at the very least, during my next 2 cross videos, one where I talk about the series and its history, where it came from, why it exists, why I like it, and then when I go into the crossed covers, the actual book by book in my collection, they're going to be 18 plus. So if you don't have a bell notification turned on, I don't know how that intersects with 18 plus content, but I'm not going to be gross. I'm not going to be swearing like a psychopath. I'm not going to reveal a part of myself that isn't already here to say like, check out what they're doing to this lady. Like that's not what I'm here for. That's not me. But I am going to be showing some very sensitive covers. And so I don't want anybody stumbling into that stuff that doesn't really want to be there. So I'm nervous about that. If anybody can give me some words of, hey, get over yourself, I'd appreciate that. But enough of all of that nonsense. This is the last unboxing I'll be doing for 2023 and 2024. So what did I get? What have I been buying? What have I been spending my hard-earned money on? What shame have I brought my family by displaying this stuff in my office? Let's find out together. As always, I'm going to try to make sure that I don't see this stuff and that I will be waving this knife ever closer to my face and jugular. Jeez, Fort Knox on this guy.
What are we doing here?
That was legit the hardest box I've ever opened in my life. I meant that throw. I'm going to take a picture of what the room looks like behind me when I've done unboxing, and I hope you appreciate the mess I make for you. Okay, we're just going in order of what I have on my desk. This is Nightwing number 78 from 2021. This is the variant cover. Who cares about a 9.2 book I paid like $30 for? Because this is the first appearance of Bitewing, Nightwing's dog. And if you know anything about this channel, no, we love dogs here. If you don't like dogs, leave. I'll watch my subscriber count go down for this in the early stages of my channel because dogs are better than people. Fight me. This is Hellboy Seed of Destruction number 4. I actually have 1 through 3. This finishes not only my first appearance of Hellboy in San Diego Comic-Con number 2, this also has my first color appearance of Hellboy. I have the whole Next Men run where I can't remember his first appearance, 25, 26, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. And so now this is my first Hellboy story run. Excited about that. This is weird. This is a production page from... I'll put a photo. This is a production page of a Justice League comic where this is not the original art. Like internally, they would do this page and be like, do we need to make any edits? Do we have to make any changes? Is there anything wrong with the dialogue? And these would just be kind of passed around for review. It's like a sample page size. I don't know. I really like it. It's just a cool piece of art without having to spend thousands of dollars for the original art. This is a random lot I got off of, what's it called? What's that stupid app? Whatnot. Of some guy being like, it's a random book lot where if you won the random book lot, which is the rest of it, you could pick from also books from behind him. So the fact that it was like $15 and there was this beautiful Art Germ cover of Batgirl, I wanted to just roll the dice, and this is what I got. Batgirl. What is that? Hawkworld 2. Oh, thank God. My collection's complete. Killmonger. This is going to be a book that I just give away. Variant Gala of, I don't know, is that Phoenix? These are, every time I get Marvel books, I just give them away. Thing and Modred. Neat. And Adventures into Fear with Man-Thing number 15. Nice. It's always nice to get your hands on a Man-Thing. So I'll keep the DC books, and these Marvel books are going to someone else. Look at this Crypto cover. Look at that. Beppo versus Beppo, and Jimmy Olsen just being stupid like he normally is. But Crypto, front and center, just being a goof. Harley Quinn romance cover. I am in love with this. If they only did a whole run like this, where it's Batman and Catwoman and just maybe on a pirate ship or something, I would collect the hell out of these. We've got a daddy cover. Here's the swimsuit special with Nightwing. Good Lord. I don't deny that he would have those types of abs, but it's just, I'm going to look at myself in the mirror for the rest of the day and just be filled with hatred. So technically not an unboxing, but I live in Maine and there's a flea market we drive by all the time. And there was someone with comic books. I was super stoked. And this is the gentleman right here. This is his setup over here. I had only so much cash on me and I'm going through his collection and it was awesome. He was really fun to talk to because he actually had a passion for the comics. You have no idea, or maybe you do, how many times I go into a store and the owner's just, it's business. This is, in another life, he'd be selling Matchbox cars. In another universe, he'd be selling baseball cards. But he's always a salesman. It's not about the hobby. It's not about the passion. And this guy, when I gave him the opportunity to talk about what he was into, which was X-Men, just the love that was radiating off of him, I really appreciated it. And although I'm not spending anything in the next year, I would definitely like to go back and visit him and talk to him again. Sounds like he's an amazing X-Men collection. But yeah, he subscribed to the channel. Like by the time I got home, he had subscribed to the channel. It was really cool. He was just a pleasure to talk to about comics. And I got 4 books from him. This is what I got. This, another Crypto cover. And this one's heartbreaking. I don't know if I'll ever be able to to actually display this in my collection, like out on my 3 books that I put up, because it's him getting stuffed in the tube here. It's so mean. And just Superman, baby little Cal, just crying his eyes out as his dad's conducting experiments. And they close this pod in the book and they show you that like he's got like a little tiny CPAP machine. It's cute, but it's also heartbreaking. I can't handle it. Another Crypto cover. This is a Legion of Super Pets cover. It's got the whole team there, and they're all kind of... Prody 2 is this shapeshifter character, and they're saying, like, look, if you want to join the team, you got to go, do some stuff for us, run some errands, pick up some Marlboro Lights, find me some of the grape kickstarts. They've been running out of grape kickstarts at the store up the street, and you should probably just go get some for us. And he's like, yeah, okay, cool, whatever it takes. It's the first appearance of Umbra from the Legion of Superheroes. I'm a big Legion fan, and this was a cheap copy for the first appearance of a character that becomes, like, a mainstay in the team. Last but not least, Adventure Comics 306. This is actually the origin of Crypto. In Crypto's original story, it's just kind of pod crashes, dog in it, and Superman in thought bubbles explains, I can surmise what happened. Oh, this ship, it looks like my ship. Oh, there's a dog on it. Must have been a dog that I know. But this kind of stupid Herbie Car Comes Alive cover contains the B story with Crypto's origin. This fulfills 2 books for my collection. One, we have the Hot Boy Summer all over it, which is just a good time. But then look at our best boy. What is he holding in his mouth? What is that? Nope, it's not. I thought from the camera, it looks like there was something in his mouth. It's just his ears flopping, flying around. Crypto needs to be in everything. Just put him in everything. Last daddy cover. There's Bitewing and Nightwing after a long night of fighting crime, passing out on the couch, being bros, watching TV, belly to belly. These are just 2 super cute boys on the same cover. I want more Bitewing covers. Hey, DC, are you listening? More Bitewing. Okay, second to last. There were Vampirella novelizations. You thought you could get away with not seeing Vampirella in my unboxing videos, but I tricked you, and here you are. There's no escaping. The windows are locked. It's a guy named Ron Goulart, and I've never read anything by him before, but there are these little novels all about Vampirella, Bloodstock, Bloodwedding, Death Game. And there's 6 in total. I was able to get 1 through 5 relatively cheap, like in the $20 to $30 to $50 range. Number 6 is a beast. It looks like it's like $80 if you want to find it. But seriously, look up Ron Goulart, Vampirella, and you'll see that these are actually kind of expensive. Actually, that's not bad text size. That's not bad text size. That's some decent reading. So I'm going to read these. I read a lot, and I will be mentioning books on this channel from time to time. I'm going to plan on doing it at the end of this month, what I've read. So how I did it was, as I'm reading books from my stack over here, and I'm reading books, I'm putting them in a pile. So at the end of the month, I can do it. This is everything I read in the month of July, and I'm gonna do that moving forward. And finally, this is neat. There are 12 issues of Vampirella magazine. This is a series. I'll show you some of the covers. This is a series. This was actually Warren. So after the original Warren run of Vampirella comics, where it's just comics, they really shifted gears and they changed into a magazine where they do like horror reviews and interviews with actors and horror writers and upcoming stuff, and apparently really salacious advertisements on the back. It's not a full color magazine. A lot of it is black and white, right? Where they do the interviews and stuff, but they boast that every single magazine contains a Vampirella comic inside, where it's full color spread, full story. And the fact that there are some exclusive Vampirella stories in here is really special. That's 3, 2. Is that number 1? Yeah, this is number 1. The first one that I showed. That's number 1. Then it went 2, 3. And then he even included the seller some variant covers that he has. Like this is another number 3. That has to be it's a painted cover. It looks like a photo. Definitely not. Alex Ross, eat your vampy heart out. But these were exciting because I didn't even know they exist. What's it say about Hellboy? Hellboy, Mike Mignola unleashes the beast of Apocalypse on the big screen. So it's going to be an interview or just an article about Vampy on the big screen. And then they have Vampira merch on the back cover you can get, like a little carrying case, I suppose. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Look at that Ron Perlman Hellboy. That's cool. I thought this was a nice little Vampirella relic. It has some beautiful covers. Ooh, Ghost Hunter on PlayStation 2 preview on the back cover. Yeah, look at that advertisement. Alien versus Predator. I don't like that Vampy's not in this cover. I hate that. Hate that. But she's on this cover. See, these are both number 6. So they had variants. Even Warren had variants back when they were printing these. This is just so much fun. So to have original Vampirella stories in this magazine format and have them still be Warren. Oh, I love that. It's like a nice winter cover. That one too. And then what is this? What? A hot sauce ad on the back of issue 10. Great. But this is the set, and give it a look. Vampirella magazine. Couldn't find it on my comic shop. They were completely sold out. On eBay, it was random lots. Like, here's 2, 4, and 7. But this one guy was like, $50. I'll give you the whole set with variant covers, and I snapped it up. So that's that. That is all of my unboxing. I'm going to be editing this later today and getting this out maybe tomorrow. While I still have you for the last couple seconds, for those of you that have hung on, I want to just take a second. I want to sincerely express how much it's meant to me over the last couple days to watch that subscriber count climb and to see all the supportive and helpful and chatty comments come in. It's been really lovely. When you first start doing YouTube, and this is something this is a preview. I'll mention this later on when I do my month 2, what I've learned on comic book YouTube. You don't know if anybody's listening. And when you don't know if anybody's listening, you don't necessarily feel heard. And so a lot of this feels like shouting into the void. But to have someone just pipe in and say, hey, that was a neat video, or good editing, whatever. It's uplifting, and it makes this feel worth it in a way that the money doesn't matter. Like, people watch YouTubers and they see the success that they have, and there's a lot of that. I could do that if I wanted to. Like, I could do a sick backflip if I wanted to. And I don't know. I felt that too, I guess. I could do this. But when you start doing it, like, there's so much anxiety that you have to get over. Just looking at yourself in a camera is anxiety inducing. And I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying. I just wanted to say thank you. I don't want to make this about me. I'll do that later. There's plenty about me on this channel. But if you hit subscribe, if you commented in the last couple days, if you liked the video, it helps. It doesn't just help the channel. It helps me feel validated that this isn't just fun and a diary of my comic collecting days in my late 30s, but also I feel welcomed by a segment of the community that is growing. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to edit this part too much, just because I want you to see how much I'm thinking about all of you. And I'm going to continue to do the best that I can to make this channel as good as I can. I'm going to make more production type videos, kind of like the last one that you saw, where there's more skits involved and AVGN style stuff. That's who I want to be on this platform. So if there's any suggestions, questions, concerns, anything I can hear from anybody that can help me improve this channel, please let me know. That's exactly what I'm here for. I just want to get better at anything that I do, and I want to get better at this. So thanks for coming along for the ride if you're here. Every subscriber in these early days, I promise you, I swear, I'm going to remember each and every one of you as this channel continues to grow. And I will build a Mount Rushmore with all of your faces, handcrafted myself. I will hew the mountain itself with your image. And 1,000 years from now, your children will be like, Dad, why is there this horrible image of you somewhere in Maine on a mountain? And you'll have to explain to them that, you watched a goofy nerd babble to himself. Where the hell am I going with this?